Hello, everybody. Welcome in for another day of some Final Fantasy XIV. I didn't know that Final Fantasy XIV has an update today, so it is currently updating. So please bear with me as we get this updated and get this ready to go. For now, let's listen to some music. Today we're also going to be running a test and see about streaming both over on Twitch and on YouTube, and just kind of seeing how does my internet run it? Is my internet capable of running it? Things of that nature. So a little bit of a test run today. If things don't necessarily work, we'll probably just stick with I would say Twitch. Looks like I'm already kind of getting a little bit of problems. I think I do need to might have to switch things around here. We'll do this real quick. We got about 5 minutes left for the update on Final Fantasy. Once the update's done, then we are going to get into it. Maybe just want to briefly talk about what the plan is for the day. So today's plan is that we're going to be unlocking the ninja class, and actually it's going to be the rogue class today. I don't have rogue. It is a class that I've always been interested in trying, but I've never really never dug into it. So today we're going to be doing rogue. We're going to explore its story, we're going to level it up, and that's just today's stream. So looking forward to just having some people come in, take the time, chill with me, relax as we go through Final Fantasy XIV and just level up a new class. Something brand new. At least to me. Got about 4 minutes left until the game is fully done downloading. It's taken a little bit. And I do apologize, I did not know that it had a update. I probably should have known that, but I did not. Mr. Pseudonym's welcome in. Soon it's going to be new for all of us. Yes, absolutely. How are you today? Are they changing rogue? Are they changing ninja? Is that what you mean by it's going to be new for all of us? Maybe now's a good time to kind of get in, see any changes, or see the job before they make the changes. Oh, all jobs. That's fair. That's fair. Boomer, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, I haven't really looked too much into a lot of the changes. Actually, Boomer in chat, he sent me something to watch, and I hate to say it, but I haven't done so yet. Some of the changes that I have seen, I'm very excited about. I've been on and off in Final Fantasy for years, so it's kind of cool to see them change. Yeah, but I think I'm going to try the evolved mode when that gets fully released. I think that looks kind of interesting, and also I think it seems very user friendly as well. If someone wanted to jump in and not have a million buttons to press, I think that's great. Let me check on my download real quick here. Got about 3 minutes still. Probably should have checked on the download beforehand. For now, we'll just kind of chill for a second, and then we'll get into it here. A little over halfway. I got about a quarter left of the download. Well, Mister, I'm assuming that you've been playing Final Fantasy for a while. What kind of jobs do you main? If you don't mind me asking. I know Boomer and I have talked about it before. He is maining Summoner now, which is, I think, an amazing job to play. You play healer. Okay, what's your favorite healer? I think mine... I used to main White Mage a long time ago. So White Mage, I might be a little vanilla when I say that, but White Mage might have... Okay, you're also right. White Mage, I gotcha. Oh, and Sage? Okay. I love Sage. I think Sage is probably one of the more unique ones. Astro is really cool. I know Astro, like I said earlier, I've been playing this game on and off for about 6-ish years. They've made a lot of changes to how the class runs, which I kind of like. Boomer saying wanting R DPS, or you say, like range DPS, and tank more than anything. I love tanking in this game. Shield killed Astro for you. Oh, I gotcha. So you're not a big Scholar fan, I assume. I've always found tanking to be pretty interesting. Have they made like some changes to tanking to make it a little bit more interesting? Oh, Shadowbringer. Oh, my bad. All right, looks like my game is done. Switch over scenes here. Normally I have a little avatar in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, but it's not working for me today, so I thought I'm not going to bother with it. Let's just play the game. I just need OBS to pick the game up. And for some reason it is not, so let's do this. Okay, so we are having a technical difficulty stream today. Gotcha. It's my favorite type of stream. Let me just close the game out, reboot it. So what was it in Shadowbringers that they did to Astrologian that you just weren't feeling it? That might be those changes that I was talking about earlier. I remember the class being a little bit more complex, and now it feels a little bit more streamlined, which isn't always a bad thing. Okay, I got a good feeling this is going to work this time. There we go. Perfect. I have to turn me up a little bit, maybe turn the game down just a tad. Was when they changed our time manipulation to be heals. They left some range microscopic and potency low, so heals weak. We had no way to recover MP since we couldn't extend Lucid anymore. They fixed it towards the late, middle to end of Shadowbringers, but it was too late for you. Gotcha. Well, at least they went back and they were able to fix the issue. I've always thought the Astrologian class was really good. So besides healer, what would you say is your second favorite job type? Is it DPS, or do you enjoy tanking? You don't tank, okay. Gotcha. Any particular reason why you're not interested in tanking? I mean, tanking can, I think, be a little, it can definitely be a little much, for sure. I think think I'm gonna turn the music, the extra music, down or off. Chat, what are we feeling? Do we feel like Final Fantasy music is gonna be best? Not the best at grouping mobs for dungeons. That's fair. That's fair. And if you don't have a good healer, sometimes mobbing and grouping all the mobs together can be a bit of a challenge. For sure. All right. So this is where we get the rogue class. They're not behind these covenant doors for a worldly type like you, Gov. Where the dutiful sisters owe the Edelweiss, all pure and saintly like. Now bugger off. I think not. I'm also a really good healer, so I rather just be a healer. That's also fair. Yeah, absolutely. I think healing, is probably one of the more important classes, and I always loved feeling that support. Healer is so much fun. Hang on, I thought you were some simple errand lad, and now I've had a proper look. You're Theo, ain't ya? I think that's the nice thing about this game, or really almost any MMO, is that like if you find something that you're good at, you really kind of stick with it and you just become a master at that thing. Like you said, you're really good at healing, so you're just kind of sticking with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no wrong way to play Final Fantasy, and that's what's beautiful about this game. I knew it. Something about Millen Primals leaves its mark on a cove. It does. And it was you been who... Wait. Anyway, you being who you are, ye must have an inkling as to what goes on here. The Admiral sent ye to meet with one o' me associates after that business with Leviathan, if you call. Oh, after Leviathan. Okay. That's right, mate. Ye stand at the entrance of the Rogues Guild. Course twould be a poor sort of underground organization if we put a bleeding sign up to the front door. Anyways, from what Lady Yurgiri told me, you're pretty handy in the scrap. She's off seeing to some private business right now, but I reckon we might have some use for a bang-up cove like you. If ye've an interest in joining us, tip us your daddles, and we'll put a hilt in each one, just like the gods intended. So what do you say? Fancy learning a new trade? Absolutely. Mr. says, like randos, etc. Notice the difference between a good healer and a bad healer. Funny when I join the parties replenishing. Yeah, you can very tell. You can tell if they're new, if they're bad, and whatnot. I'm having a hard time remembering who Yurgiri is. Sadly, good to see your kin, but I should probably warn ye on a few points afore ye dive in. Where most guilds take pride in turning their members into the best bloody candlestick makers they can be, we only care about getting the job done. And the job ain't pretty. Ye become one of us, and ye soon be a neck deep in scum and knife fights. Ooh. So if you're looking to scamper across rooftops and bilk dandies or their blunt, ye best take up the different crew. Think on that. And come back if you're still keen. I did not like talking like that. that was so hard to do. She was the race reveal for Heaven's Word. Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I didn't scare you off then. Bene, they told me ye was a Mestlesome Cove. And so it's proved. You'll need every ounce that they meddle soon enough. Now step aside and have a prattle with Jacke. He's our upright man, the master of the guild. You may now freely enter the Rogues Guild. Speak with this man to go in whenever. Sweet. Yes, so Sim Boomer over here is also, he's going to be a new Final Fantasy streamer. He and I are kind of starting alongside each other. My MSQ is currently in Shadowbringers. I'm in the middle of Shadowbringers currently. We're not focusing on that today. We're going to focus on that on another day. Boomer over here has only gone through ARR. So he's going to be jumping into Heaven's Word here at some point, which is super exciting. I want to give him a bit of a shout out. If you haven't, I would recommend checking him out. Just kind of, hopefully that worked. It kind of looks like it didn't, and I'm not sure why. It's probably because I'm using a different program. Let me try that again. Huh. Why is that not working? Let me fix that real quick. Today is a technical issue stream. This is only stream 2 for me. So that I'm not surprised is giving me an issue, and that's okay. See if we can get this fixed. Oh no, it seems like my... Oh, wait, I see what the problem is. How do I... Well, regardless, expect him to be streaming. Let's try this one more time. I don't think it's gonna work, but... Oh, that didn't work at all. We'll go ahead and continue either way. Oh, it did. Okay, it just took a while. Well, let's go ahead and continue. We don't need to worry about that right now. I'll fix it another day. That's another problem for another day. All right, let's go in and grab Rogue. You're looking ahead inside. Yep. I'm the one that called Jackie, though I'm surprised you've heard of me. Perhaps ye be good enough to tell me your name, along with that o' the kindly cove as told ye mine. I do not like reading this. I am not very good at reading this type of stuff. The famous Theo. Oh, Lonnie Left Patch left you in, did he? Did he have an eye patch? He can't throw a blade for shite, but that one eye don't miss not when it comes to sizzing up a dimber colt for the Stalin. Just one thing, you ain't a pirate, are ye? Very clearly not, because I'm having a hard time reading this. Well then, it's time ye was stalled to the rogue. Pull on ye your best beater cases, and I'll swear ye in meself when you're ready. Now I could fill your wattles with the storied history of our guild, but that's just wides and wins. The most important thing, the only thing we care about, is getting the job done. Now most folks, and I'm assuming you're among them, know that not long after Limps's founding, the city was overrun by a motley collection of pirates and thieves. But as wild as that lot were, it soon became clear that they all end up killing each other if they don't lay down a few rules. An unspoken code of conduct, as it were. Once ye don't bite the purses or ye fellow Limpsonians, 2, ye don't rook a crew out of those spoils, and 3, ye don't trade coals like they were cattle. I'll admit the finer points of the code are a mite murky, but most agree on those 3 at least. Now ye might be thinking none of that amounts to a sack o' dillberries. Now the Admiral has outlawed piracy, but in the back alleys and in black markets where Melweb script ain't so tight, the code's still alive and well. And just as the law is enforced by the Yellow Jackets, the code is regulated by us rogues. We go where the shadows are darkest and hand out justice to them as break the code. Some rum-soaked cove steals good from the wrong coal, and we steal him back. That's the job, my natty lad. Of course, we don't hop the twig when blade work's called for, neither. You'll see there's more to our dagger play than just sticking coals with the pointy end. We're weaken a mark with poison, fade away, and strike in the darkments. Whatever it takes to get the work done. Well, Theo, what do you say to that? Got the guts to the rogue's job? You bet. All right, then. First off, we'll have to get your kit sorted out. A rogue needs to be light on dew beaters to stay on Mark's trail. The job might have ye fighting across a deck or weaving through a mob, and the last thing ye want is bleeding great battle axes, what hooks itself on every rope and post. That's why we'll stick to daggers. They let you slip through the streets just as easily as they slip through a rook's ribs. Here, take these stabbers and let's see how they look on ye. Just don't get so excited when your new toys that ye forgot to dress for the role. You'll be surprised at how many cults come back to me in their bloody small clothes. Awesome. So with that being said, we are officially a rogue. Now we just have to equip our new toy. Right here. Unfortunately, I do not have clothes for this job, so I'm a bit naked. We'll fix that eventually. Manage to strap those daggers on you without cutting yourself. Well, we're off to a good start, I'd say. Next, you'll want to get a feel for the weight and speed of your new weapons. I reckon those bleating cheats in the field outside Limsa should serve for your first lesson. Test your blades and a few of them lambs, then slice up some rats and pugils for some good measure. Mind that ye mill them besties one at a time, though, lad. I know you've served far worse in the past, but you're no dimber-damber with them stabbers just yet. Okay. So they want us to go and kill a few things, and we're going to do that in our tidy whities because I don't have clothing for this job, apparently. And that's okay. We'll worry about that later. Go to the market? I could. But we're gonna get clothing eventually. The great thing about doing these missions is that you get some clothes eventually, pretty early on. might as well take a second and look at what we've got. So deliver at a potency attack of 180. Create shadows that nullify damage up to 20% of your max HP. And delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Okay. So we're going to move things around a little bit. Okay. Oh, here are all the things that we got to kill. It kind of looks like we're doing our hunting log at the same time, which is perfect. Actually, I bet you we could put on some clothes now. Yep, there we go. We're getting somewhere. I'm just pantless now. That's not too bad. Kill some of these lambs. Is this also part of my hunting log? Does not look like it. Okay. Let's go back. We can instantly take the next mission, which is perfect. We want to try to go as fast as I can to try to get to Ninja, which is going to take a minute. Don't mind me. I just don't have any pants. I have no pants, I have no gloves, I have no shoes. Done with your millinery. You can never have enough blade practice, me young colt. In fact, I'll add a list of marks to your hunting log. Pit yourself against a lot and you'll learn some new steps for your dance with the daggers. Ye must think of yourself as a dancer, not a bleeding butcher. You only need to have so much force to ram a short blade into the hilt. Precision and speed. That's how you get the most out of your stabbers. Bulky armor only have ye plotting about like an ungainly Aurach? I don't know what that is. So make sure you're wearing gear. What they'll let me freely as well. I get your blade work up to scratch, Theo, and I might just have a job for ye. Perfect. We can go ahead and collect the next job. Oi there, Theo. I must say you're looking comfortable enough with those stabbers of yours. I reckon you're good and ready for the first assignment. Ordinarily, I store me wids and let ye get on your work, but seeing as we only just dragged you into the shadows, there might be a couple things what you ain't yet familiar with. Let's build on what you likely do know, and that's the fact that the Admiral, God bless her soul, has outlawed piracy in Limsa Limnosa. So what do you think that there's still so many sodden pirates in this town? I'll tell you why. It's 'cause there's still one way for him to loot and pillage without incurring the wrath of the law. And you need to do is apply and to serve the thalassocracy as a certified privateer. Captain with the privateer's license is free to terrorize the seas till the adgoats come home, so long as he only targets vessels what belongs to the Garlean Empire. Of course, considering how bloody vast the Empire is, that's plenty of looting to go around. Crews fill their holds with imperial plunder, then sail back here to Limsa and offload the spoils. And that's where the particular case went sour. See, this one crew got their fambles on a Magitech device, a Fern mechanism to be precise, but was rooked out of their haul by some heavy-handed coves. If you recall, they don't sit well with the code. If you're bold enough to rook a pirate out of his due, then you'll best be prepared for a visit from the rogues. And speaking of visiting rogues, underfoot, over here, lad. Look at this little guy. I want the pair of you working together on this. Pass sentence on them code-defined rooks and bite back that Magitech part. Hey, what's the cult need me for? You're in charge of our new recruits, aren't you? It's Theo's first assignment. You're to go along him, give him the benefit of your wisdom. Since when was I in charge of... bugger it. I guess we're the partners for now. Name's Harimu, but most of me fellows call me Underfoot. He might seem a touch reluctant, but Primu's one of the best. He'll do just as he says, and you'll get the job done. Okay. All right then, me young rogue. Seeing as if this is your first official outing, I want to be sure your dance steps are up to the task. With them short blades, you'll need to get good and close to your mark, eh? But we ain't bleeding swads and shining armor, and the lighter kit we wear ain't much protection from a click to the grain. So if you don't fancy spitting blood and teeth, your best defense is simply not being there when your mark winds up to land a nasty clot. Sliding around to flank usually does the trick, but there's some rum fun every rogue should master. The shade shift. Clear your mind and trust in your speed, and ye can leave an axe-wielding brute or spell-flinging mage chasing your shadow while ye bury your stabbers in his guts. I like how they call them stabbers. Right now, it's time to put this lesson into practice against some of those Arelay out in Lower Lenosha. Hope you was paying attention, lad. 'Cause these tentacles can pack a wallop. Enjoy. Oops, not that way. Not that way. There we go. All right, let's go. He said Lower Lenosha? We are in Lower Lenosha, I thought. Oh no. Okay, I see where it wants me to go. Okay. And while I just fly automatically, let me see if I can maybe fix my tool. Oops. Oh, these things. Okay. We can do that. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to take a second and see if I can at least fix my bot real quick here. Pretty sure that wait, I'm actually well, well, see, I had the same thought, but that is not the case with our buddy Tomati. I don't know why that's not working. I'm actually really confused. Let me try one more time. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's try one more time. Well, I will admit I am pretty confused. That is odd because it was working before. And I'll have to check one more thing. You know what I can try? Let me do this real quick. This is gonna look really stupid, but bear with me. No. Okay. So it's not that. Maybe it's this program that I'm using? Yeah, I'm actually not so sure. Super confused, but I'm not gonna let it like stop me. It's something to look into before I go live another day. Done with your practice then? Aha, the old stinging them tentacle buggers. Son, soon teach ye to stay on ye toes. My cat wants attention really badly right now. And then I try to pick her up and she runs away. Sounds like a cat to me. You can go lay down then. You're okay. Now we've got you blood rushing. I say it's time to get down to work. First things first, we need to track down them addled coves what rooked that Magitech gadget. Might be as one of the rogues has heard something. The guild thrives on information, you see, and we've agents scattered far and wide with their gazes keen on their rattles to the ground. So let's pay us a visit to, I don't know what that is, at the Drowning Wrench. Ask her for a weak ale and see what that gets ye. I'm not setting ye up for a laugh. Trust me. All right. We have to talk to a person I could not pronounce the name of. Where's my character? Oh. Drowning Wrench. Looks like if I travel to the Aft Castle. All right. Looks like I might be lagging just ever so slightly. I am for the first time today streaming on both Twitch and over on YouTube. So hopefully that doesn't cause us too much of a problem. This guy looks kind of cool. All right, anyways. I do also think that there might be a good chunk of people playing right now. Welcome to the Drowning Wench. What's your pleasure, sir? I want a weak ale. Never in all my days. We may serve some cheap grog in the wrench, but not that was watered down. If our usual ale is too bold for your taste, mayhaps you'll like to order from the underground menu. Aye, it's quite a lot to offer for a customer with the roguish charms. Was there something in particular I can help you with? Quality seems fine. Well, good. Good. Kind of hoping and praying that things go well for me on that one. The trouble over that Magitech Luke, 'twas not a subtle job. The gang in question is an unusual group of former pirates calling themselves the Dainty Demolishers. They seem to be enamored of court dandy mannerisms and have a preference for seizing Galarian machinery. They're also known for conspiring with goblins. Rumors say that the Demolishers visit a Beastman camp in Middle Lenosha to fence their goods. And these goods generally take the form of Imperial technology. I imagine the goblins were rather pleased to take possession of the Mark, some number in Roman numerals, anti-aircraft cannon firing mechanism. If you mean to steal the device back, then your trail leads to the goblin camp in Summerford. Okay, so Summerford it is. On your way, lad. Meet me across the river from the camp and we'll plan our next move. Okay, Summerford. Okay, where is she? Or nice. Oh, it's the Lalafell. Get your noggin down, Theo. I've been snilching the action across the way there. No sign of the Demolishers, but I did see one of them gambler coves stuffing the Galarian gadget into his backpack. I knew what's their name would steer us all right. This is your chance, lad. Clout the gambler Gobby and gobble that device. I lost track of which gobble it was, but I'm thinking it was the side on the left. Just make sure you dance away from the bomb blast. Twisting and dodging in the middle of a fireball might not save ye from getting your eyebrows singed off. All right. A lot of gobbling and goobling. I'm gonna kill another one just for fun. Still can't put anything on. That's the way, lad. There was naught for me to do but sit in the daddles and watch. So you've got the goods then? Yes, sir. Aye, this is the device. Had no mistaken. Let's get it back to the guild, eh? We still owe them demolisher bastards a million, but they'll keep it for now. Here, you should be the one to deliver the prize to Jackie. It was your hand that what snatched it out of the goblin's paws, after all. I'm still in my underwear. Captain, I say, some fiend was perpetrated violence upon our goblin colleagues while he sought to wet our throats with fine liberations. My man, he definitely needs some pants. It's kind of funny. This will not stand, Captain. Our finely filched loot has been pilfered from under our noses. Blast and bother. My blood boils and bubbles at the temerity of this affront. I know not the identities of these audacious buffoons, but they shall be made to pay and pay dearly. With me, my fine elbows. Ha. The urge to buy a milkshake is incredible right now. Boomer, I thought the same thing earlier. What I had for dinner the other day, I thought about getting a shake from that place. Huzzah. Granted, I did have some Taco Bell for dinner. But you know what? That's okay. Lucky. Yeah, it was good. Made a jam up protein shake. Define jam up. Oh, see, this guy's in his underwear too. He's just fishing though. You managed to garble that fire mechanism yet, Theo? A scoop of chocolate whey, 2 teaspoons. Is that tablespoons? I think that's tablespoons, isn't it? I don't know. But you put some almond butter, some peanut butter, powder, almond milk, half a banana, and a ton of ice to make a smoothie. That does sound very, very good. I'm not gonna lie. It's a table. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do a lot of like baking or following certain recipes like that. When people want me to use like teaspoons and tablespoons, especially with spices, I measure with my heart. It's still in one piece too. You done well for your first assignment, lad. It don't look like much, but that crew put their lives on the line to glory this here Babel. They'll be pleased to see it snatched back from the Ruffmans. We've yet to do for the painted dainty demolishers, Jackie. Job ain't over. You right, Underfoot. It ain't. You break the code, you face the consequences. Ahoy. This is not what I expected from the inside of a covenant. They found us. And who might you be, sirs? Ha! Your ignorance is understandable. After all, our schemes are always perfect. Our heist, impeccable. Shall I reveal our infamous name and drink in your delicious terror? Oh, you're almost 50? Let's go. I'm assuming, what, 48, 49? Getting close. We are deadly, dastardly, and directionally devilish. Wait, that's not what they said. Dictionally, whatever. Qual before the dainty demolishers. 49 at 75%. Let's go. That's so exciting. That's hype. Captain, I say, there's the Chad who misappropriated our merchandise. I concur. He's the self-same simpleton whom we trailed unnoticed to this very establishment. Surprise, surprise. Now, my dear dandies, let us not be unpleasant. We should endeavor to resolve this distastefulness without resorting to insults or other less diplomatic methods, at least not yet. You there, yes, the clean-cheeked errand boy, be a good fellow and fetch me your superior. One of your colleagues has committed a terrible crime against us, and we shall not be leaving until the proper restitution has been paid. Oh, an errand boy now, am I? Tell me, Captain, what kind of place do you think this is then? This place? Well, I suppose it's some manner of covenant. The one-eyed doorman named it the Dutiful Sisters of the Odois, or some such. And you've yet to realize your mistake? Your fate was sealed the moment you dragged your sorry quarren across the threshold. Are you threatening me, boy? I had my fellows cut out that impudent tongue. We've exhausted our resources of Dante today, lads. Show these fraudulent sisters how the demolishers deal with upstarts. My bad. I never claimed to be a good reader. Ye still don't understand, do ye? Ooh. These are but the three sort of calls from the doormen let pass, clients, recruits. God, spit. I kill you all. Don't you mom teach not to interrupt a lady when she's talking? Did he just like... Oh, he threw a knife in his gut. Oh. You'd have learned that the third sort of coal is a bullocks for brains. Mark what marches himself right into the rogue's den. Rogues? But we were so careful. I heard tales in my pirate days, stories about the merciless wraths who uphold the code. They weren't called rogues back then, though. The upright thieves they were, the knives in the shadows. You can't be them. You're just trying to scare me. Well, the captain of the Dainty Demolishers is not so easily coward. To the hells with your deceptions. Huzzah! Huzzah for my fallen comrades. Imagine all the stuff we would have missed if I skipped these. Deceptions? Ah, anyone could meet a rogue, Captain. Even a clean-cheeked errand boy. He's still breathing. Find some rope and string him up someplace in town. And now the job's done. Quite an introduction you had here. Welcome to Limsa Linosa, ever churning underbelly. where the thieves shed their skin and become rogues. I'm not much for discussing the old days, but since it come up, I might as well clear up the confusion. It was back when piracy was still at its peak. The coves, what protected the code, were dimmer dammers, the best lads and lasses to be had from among the pirate crews. They bit back the goods, what was wrongly bitten, and came for the guilty cove under a Darkman's. Upright thief became the title of these coves, what dealt in sanctioned stealing and milling. But it was only those as had cut all ties with the Buccaneers' life, what was accepted into the ranks. Confliction, loyalties, and all that. They formed their own guild and even their own way of speaking. And what was once pirates was pirates no more. Later on, when Merweb took the admiral's chair, the upright thieves agreed to abide by her laws. We became the Rogues Guild to mark the change, and altered our recruiting policy to accept ventures like yourself. But although the title is different, the job remains the same. Uphold the code and preserve the underground society that what spawned us. Just as you've done with this assignment, keep up the good work, Theo, and you'll go far in the shadows. Okay, so pants. Okay, so we're still missing pants, but I now have boots. Can I put a glamour plate on? Not really. Okay, so now we just need to level up. And the easiest way to do that is the hunting log. So let's go to Lower Lenosha Cedarwood. Okay, we're looking for cedarwood. Oops. So we just need to go right here. We'll kill the dodos, and then we'll move on to the next one. And we'll just kind of work our way down. Like I said in the beginning of today's stream, it's going to be a bit of a chill stream. It's going to be a very chill stream. And we're just going to level. We're just going to have fun. We're going to chill. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the scenery. This game is gorgeous. And hopefully find my guy some pants. Okay. Do I have any more in Lower Lenosha since I'm here? Yes. So we have some bats also in this area. I think it depends on who you're asking, Boomer. Some people may not find pants to be so important, while others, yeah, absolutely think the pants are pretty important. I'm going to deem that pants are important, and we should get pants as soon as I can. Toma T, man, welcome in. Pants are important. All right. That's what you came into. Yep. So my rogue is currently and has been pantless since he got his daggers. Second wind. I'm assuming that gives me... Okay. Restores HP. Toma T, how are you today, though? Hope you're doing fine this Tuesday afternoon. Lower Nenosha, middle, and middle. Okay. You would be the person to tell me that. Just finished eating dinner. Well, my friend, what did you have for dinner? I'll go first. I had some Taco Bell today, and Boomer has now put on my mind the idea of a milkshake. So thanks, Boomer, for that one. Sorry if you hear me rustling around. I still need to fix. I'm having a lot of technical issues today. Kind of is what it is. I'm a bad influence. It's okay, Boomer. You know what? I've also been, I would argue, a bad influence when it comes to food. Maple pork burgers with baked potato wedges and a salad. Sounds pretty good. The mount is amazing. What is it? So it was when they did a collaboration with Final Fantasy 16. So I don't want to give too many spoilers because I know Boomer might potentially play, but if you know the story of the Phoenix, Tomati, it would be cool if they brought that back. You know what else would be cool if they brought back? Okay, so let's go to Summerford and then 3-man Bend. We could probably do 3-man Bend first. Ah, no, Summerford's right there. But you asked how goes Rogue. I think so far, I think Rogue has been a lot of fun, as you can tell from my hotbar. I don't have a whole lot going on for me quite yet. And that's okay. You know, we're just kind of diving in. I've really been paying attention to the story that the job quest has to offer. And so far, I am enjoying it. Yeah, it would be fantastic if they brought the Regalia back. They did one time, and when they brought it back, I made sure to grab it. At 15 time for dungeons, absolutely. I'm gonna queue up for as many dungeons as possible. We're just sitting and grinding today. We're just gonna have a good stream, having fun. Tomati, I'm also live over on YouTube for the first time on this account. So we are officially multi-streaming. We're just kind of see how we're doing, you know? I don't know why I don't have my Chocobo. Same name over on YouTube. Yep, absolutely. We've had some technical difficulties so far today. My shout out bot isn't working for some reason. My PNG wasn't working. I mean, it was, but at the same time, it wasn't. Let me see if I can get it working. Ah, yep, for some reason the chroma key is not working. And I don't know why, because I didn't change anything. Yep, okay. I don't know why that's not working. Maybe OBS did have an update and I just didn't see it, which is most likely the case, I would say. But yeah, I don't know. I truly don't know why it's not working. And the bot is also not working, so it's just a day. But y'all can check this out. This is my live over on YouTube. Let's see. No, still isn't working for some unknown reason. I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. Huh. No, I appreciate it greatly. Every little bit helps. Okay. I need to go. Left. No. No, hold on. It says the enemies that I need to fight are over here. Well, that guy's got a card too. A level 100 samurai. Wow. Wow, guys, chat, look at that samurai sword. That's pretty. All right, moving on. I'm confused where these enemies are. I'm in Middle Lenosha. It says this in Summerford? Which is where I'm at. I'm confused. Where? They're not up here, are they? That doesn't make any sense. Nice car, thank you. Do you see their car? Their car is a hot rod. Look at that thing. I guess I can't view them out, but yeah, they're just chilling under a bridge. And a hot rod. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they cool like that. That's why they're sitting in the water. They cool like that. Hey, level 50 Boomer, congratulations on getting your summoner to level 50, man. That's awesome. Okay, we are officially level 10. I got some new abilities. Leg sweep will switch. Hide. Blend in with your surroundings, making it impossible for most enemies to detect you, but reducing movement speed by 50%. Has no effect on enemies 10 levels higher than your own, or certain enemies with special sight. Cannot be executable in combat. Okay. Probably go to 52-ish before getting into Heaven's Word, but excited nonetheless. I would say 52 is a good push. I definitely agree. I will deal with you in a second, sir. Ooh, chat, I almost forgot. I got to go do certain daily things. I would recommend, if I can shoot a recommendation to you real quick, and you give me like 2 seconds and I will show you what I'm about to recommend. But I have to go do my daily scratches before I forget. Okay. Okay. Ooh, let's do this one. Ah, no big winners. Okay. So what I recommend doing is come to Revenant Toll. And you're going to recognize this place. I recommend coming here. And then from here, you want to hook a left and come up here. I do forget which one you should refer to, but one of these you can buy with your tomes. You can purchase. So if you're a summoner, so you would want the DOM. And DOM, you can use your tomes to purchase different things and different pieces of armor. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have the 5 pieces of armor that you can get. They also sell weapons. I think this one might. No. Maybe you sell weapons too? I believe one of them sells weapons, but I seem to be mistaken on which one. But you can purchase some gear with your tomes. If you go into currency, you can see how many tomes you have. So I'm currently maxed out. But if you bring your tomes and you come here and you talk to the middle one, you can get really good high quality gear for a level 50 character. And then save that gear, so when you get another magic-based character... so Boomer has done that, luckily. Boomer is actually, he's prepared. He's ready to go into Heaven's Word. I think he's even done all the patch quests, if I'm not mistaken. And Mister, you might actually know too. I thought you could purchase a weapon from one of these vendors. Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, so you can purchase your, so for us, so here's the Arcanist, the Arcanist Grimoire, the level 50. And then Scholar's got its own, that one's down here. Or from the, oh, you could also do it from the coils? The coils. Not you. Which ones is the coils? That's better than the ironwork one. What are these? So like this? Which I don't. Bahamut. And you purchase them from these vendors? Oh, you get them from the raids. Oh. And the raids, well, yeah, no, I will fully agree with Mr. Like, those ones are going to be good. What he's talking about is doing these. The Bahamut one. Yeah, binding coil of Bahamut. I need to go do my next quest. But yeah, I would recommend Boomer. I would recommend at least getting those to start, and you might already have some tomes that you can just go ahead and spend. You get them back pretty quick. And then yeah, we can get you into doing the raids. Which, if I'm not mistaken, did you unlock the raids, Boomer? I can't remember if you got the raids unlocked or not. If not, then we'll have to get them unlocked for you, and then we can run through them at some point. Oh my word, give me some pants. I'm gonna have to go buy pants. Fine evening to you, Leo. And a fine evening it is for a spot of work, wouldn't you agree? Oh, you're working on unlocking those? Perfect. This time around, it seems some eager buccaneers scampered aboard a local merchantman and made off with a shipment of muskets. Now, seeing as it ain't lawful to cloy with the Limsonian vessel to begin with, the Yellow Jackets fell upon the daft coves afore the boots was even dry. Aye, they caught the pirates right there on the docks, but the stolen broomsticks was nowhere to be found. Fenced in a longboat deal, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna spend this evening doing some of the quest and whatnot. Perfect. Yeah, and they're a lot. They're fun. I think raids are a lot of fun. I did my first tank raid on Sunday. You guys watched me do it on Sunday when I streamed. And it was a lot, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. That's when our guild was officially contracted to retrieve the goods, which weren't really needful since the code would have had us on the job anyways. You don't bite the purses of your fellow Limsonians and all that. So this is your assignment, me natty lad. Find out where them weapons went and bite that shipment back. Seeing as the cutters as hit that merchantman are already rotten in irons, ye needn't rush in your stabbers and stabbing. I want this job handled quick and quiet, and I've got the perfect partner to show ye how it's done. Is it going to be the other Miss Cote? Oh, I was right. This is Vecb the Stray. Ain't no other rogue that what can match her in the arts o' skulkin'. A pleasure. There's a problem, Vecb. You seem a bit o' sorts. I'm bloody starving. I don't know why I put myself in it. I don't know why I gave it such an accent when I said that. I had one of them finger sandwiches set aside, you know? Those egg-filled tasties you make at the Bismarck. But when I got back from me work, it was bloody gone. Oh, that was Vexby's? I thought it was Underfoot's. Well, you just head out on the job, and I'll see if I can't turn up that missing sandwich by the time you return. Alright, Jackie. Hey, one more little detail you should know. Them muskets was meant for the Yellow Jackets armory, so once all is bob, you can hand the goods to one of your culls directly. Okay. We could start whenever you're ready, Theo. I had a colleague keeping a bottle out of the art that might help us, so I suggest you have a few wides with her first. You find her at the Helene posing as a fishmonger. I don't know where that is off the top of my head. The Aft Castle. Okay. Can never find the exit to this place. I think before we do that, best viewers, ... Oh, I'm assuming. Hold up. Saribot was on him. Good old Saribot. Beat me. Saribot actually does pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. See, I'm using a third-party chat feature in case anyone comes in from YouTube. So the link was all hidden. So I couldn't tell if it was a joke or if that was like an actual bot. We're gonna buy some pants. I need gloves. I don't care what they are, I just need them. And now I can apply the glamour plate that I want on that's the most appropriate that I've got set up for a rogue / ninja. The only thing I don't have is glamour for the daggers, but we'll cross that bridge later. Hello there, sir. We carp and trout, lobster, and shrimp, but I hear tell you've been looking for a special breed of fish. The long, shiny kind, what's bark put a bloke on its ass. We don't sell that kind here, but you might try them foreign merchants. What was they called again? The Traders of Edge. They'll hail from the South Sea Isles and are known for dealing in all types of nasty spitters and cutters. I should warn ye, these folks ain't ones for questioning the source of their merchandise. In fact, they seem more than happy to pay for goods, what came from below deck, so to speak. But if you're still keen to get your hands those rare fish, then ye'd best hurry. The Edge merchant what's visiting Limsa is looking to load up and leave the city before long. Just how means to transport his goods remains a mystery, though. What with all the iron blades. He's got nursing his operation. It makes it hard for a girl to get close enough to eyeball the competition, it does. I'll be sure to keep an eye peeled on your behalf, but it might be ye can learn a little more from the folks around town. Man, I can't wait to stop reading like this. Trying to get enough tombstones for one more accessory before raids. Gamble quick MSQ roll. You just need one more. Are you I'm assuming you're like probably like all caught up with everything and whatnot. I lucked out on Alliance and joined at a prog at boss. Oh, you need about 90 tomes? That's not too bad, actually. I feel like 90 tomes is easy to come by. Traders of Edge, eh? Well, if one of those merchants been staying in the city, then someone knows something to point us in the right direction. The trick is to listen without being seen. You'd be surprised on how coals will crack when they think no one is about. We'll focus on places what seen plenty of traffic. Ye can have the Bismarck, the Ferry Docks, and East Hawker's Alley. I'll try me luck in a few spots, then meet you in front of the old guild when I'm done. Remember, keep hidden, keep quiet, and keep your rattles open. Alright. You just finished patches last week. Nice. Exciting. Joined a raid group, so I had to get it done. Nice, nice. That's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, there's didn't they just release new patches today, or am I mistaken on that? Good chance I'm mistaken on that one. That's a cool black mage staff. Okay. Garth was speaking in a low but lively tone at a nearby customer. Approach him while cloaked by your hide ability and attempt to eavesdrop. Hawking his wares to a customer. You have quite an eye for quality, sir. We've a splendid range of produce from every corner of Eorzea, but one simply cannot visit Limsa Limnosa without sampling some of the local specialties. Would you care for some freshly squeezed Lenosian orange juice? Or perhaps our famed salt cod is more to your taste? Garth continues to expose the virtues of his merchandise, but his impassioned urgings appear to have little relevance to your assignments. Mr. says today is new trial, dungeons, and last alliance raid, and some job adjustments as well. Ooh. I can't wait to get to all of that fun stuff. Like I said, I'm only in the middle of Shadowbringers. I got a lot to go towards. I gotta go this way? To be fair, I spent the last 2 years doing Shadowbringer and Endwalker's Savage, Mine, and Ultimate, so I wasn't doing current content, and you had a blast. I think that's the cool thing about this game too, is that like you don't have to be doing current content to have a blast. The whole game is just so much fun. I don't know the story very well because I've had a bad habit of always skipping through the stories, but I'm really working on doing better at it. You do Eden Mondays and Wednesdays, Arcadian Tuesdays and Thursdays, and what is Panda? What is that? Pierce Distraught. Approach him while cloaked on your hide ability. Curse my sense of duty. Would that I stayed at the wrench for that extra pint instead of returning early. I didn't ask to see anyone being bribed, and certainly not my relief pilot. I wonder what the merchant was about. Smuggling, most likely. Pandemonium, it's from Endwalker. Gotcha, gotcha. Should I report this to the Yellow Jackets? But if I'm being watched, I could end up face down in the harbor. Okay, and where is Bismarck? Culinarian Guild. Okay. And we might end up doing some streams where like we try to like do other like expansion content. Like there's clearly a lot of raids that I've never touched. I would like to probably even just spend some days just kind of clearing up my current journal. So we'll probably just try to like play some catch up, just kind of go at our own pace. Ugh, the sneer of that customer's face. Does he think I can command the skillet to cook more swiftly just to meet his pressing departure schedule? I don't know how things are done in the South Seas, but here in Limsa Luminosa, folk appreciate that fine cuisine cannot be rushed. Come now, Dove. You must not speak ill of the patrons. Now, what was the next on my list? Ah, another finger sandwich for the dutiful sisters. Someone there must be rather fond of eggs. And I've said this kind of earlier too, but like I'm really happy I'm not skipping dialogue anymore, because I get why that's funny. And if I skipped it earlier, I would have never figured out why that was funny. Welcome back, Theo. I hope your skulking went well. You might be an angel of death with the daggers, Colt, but any rogue what shuns the shadows is headed for an early grave. A sneaky cove can nose about without risking a scrap, or slip himself into the best position to ambush a mark. Once they've seen ye, though, your rum fun is done. Hiding is part of concealment and part distraction, and you won't be disappearing on a cove what already knows you're there. Cargo, buddy, welcome on in, man. How are you tonight? Alright, I'm done prattling. What ye managed to learn about our Muscovine merchant friend? Slipping coin to a ferry pilot, was he? And by ye heard from the chef at the Bismarck, the trader means to hop the twig ain't soon. That matches with me own findings. He vacated his rooms at the inn and paid his dues in full. Being a merchant, we can be sure he won't be leaving without his merchandise. So here's the plan. We wait for him to stack the goods on the pier, then you ghost and gobble on the firearms. Doing well? How's everything for you, bud? Doing so far so good. Cargo, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't your wife go in for surgery today? Or am I mixing up my days? I'm hoping we can get the job done quiet on an cover of Darkman's, but it never hurts to be prepared for the worst. Sounds like he's got a small army or cell swords on the payroll. Oh, it's tomorrow morning. I did mix up my days. Okay. Okay. I thought it was today. I'll send words to the Yellow Jackets and have a post of coal near Hawker's Alley. That way you won't have far to bolt once you've bitten the goods. The mark should be along any moment, Theo. Have you got your skulking boots on? Yeah, I think Cargo said it was just an inpatient surgery, nothing too serious, which is always a good thing to hear. Oh, she might have to stay overnight. You're not supposed to be here. I thought I ordered my hirelings to keep this jetty clear. Oh, 1, 2, there's one missing. My crate of muskets, it's gone. Thief, stop him, you useless sluggards. What am I paying you for? Yeah, well, we'll certainly send some prayers your way. Send prayers to your wife, Lulu. Just kind of hoping that everything goes well for her in the surgery. Surgery, even if big or small, can always be a little bit scary. Of course, absolutely. Be in that one. There we go. Deliver the firearms near Hawker's Alley. Slow and steady is going to win this race, guys. These are stolen muskets. The quartermaster will be pleased. I hope so. Took a lot of work to get them. What is... Sorry guys, 1 second please. Gotta try to do something super quick, won't take me too long. Okay, let's get back to the action. It's taken us a little bit to get to 15, but once we get to 15, we're going to be queuing up for some dungeons here. I believe the first dungeon, if I remember correctly, is Satasha? Satasha, yep. That turned hairy, didn't it, Colt? Once she reached the Yellow Jacket, though, the merchant called off his blades. Wise enough to cut his losses, I'll give him that. I'll say we're done here. Let's head inside and tell Jackie the Betty news. I heard the sounds of fighting coming from outside, and now I've whittled the cause of it. I thought we were aiming for subtle on this job. That many squads was there, but you got the Yellow Jackets what they wanted, so all's well that ends well, eh? Ye on your way to becoming a first-class rogue, Theo. And the job didn't unfold exactly as planned, but do you see the value of keeping out of sight? Skulking might seem slow, but it could save you time and a fair amount of bleeding in the long run. Speaking of unexpected developments, bit of bad news for you, FFXIV. I searched high and low, but it seems some unprecedented cove has yaffled your sandwich. There was not but crumbs to be found. No, my sandwich. It was a Bismarck special. Do you know how much I was looking forward to that meal? My belly's about to cave in on itself. I like how the music got so dramatic. 'Tis a tragedy of the highest order, love. And you know I can't bear to see me rogues in such distress. So I gave Underfoot a special assignment. He should be back any moment now. With a freshly made Bismarck special finger sandwich. You did that for me? You not japping with me? Are you, Jackie? This ain't no japping matter. 'Tis a guildmaster responsibility to see all his coves and morts are at the best of their job. Jackie, there you are. I got the sandwich you ordered. And didn't the chef give me a waffle when I said I was in a hurry? Maybe next time you could think twice before you yaffle a fellow rogue sup. Oh, bollocks. Jackie. Did you eat my supper? Now, lads, let's not be hasty. There's a fresh new sandwich right here for you. No harm done, eh? You've cloyed something what belonged to me, Jackie, and I can't ignore the code. Yeah, the code. We mustn't ignore the code. You're having a laugh, aren't you, lass? Lass? That might be the swiftest string up I've ever seen. A punishment to fit the crime. Take a good look, Theo. The code exists to preserve peace in Limsa, to keep the alleys from running red with blood. The city's me home, and I'll draw daggers on any cove fool enough to threaten that peace. And apparently eat her sandwich. A pointed lesson. Let's head inside, eh? Your sandwich get cold. Hey, do you mean to leave me here all night? At least you give me a grand view of the harbor. God's pissed, these ropes are tight. And now we find ourselves indebted to the Rogues Guild. The Rogues Guild. The impropriety of it all. Would that I could see them accompanying a cell next to those thieving pirates. See, like, this is what I'm trying to say. Is it like, how many times have I personally skipped past a lot of these stories, and they're so good. Those ropes leave chafe marks for a bleeding week. I may have wriggled myself free, but that's the last time I let my belly do the thinking. And just think, Beckby strung me up over an egg sandwich. Those coves, and truly stomped to the code, get it far worse. Keep up your training, lad, and you'll soon be handing out rogue justice yourself. 21. All right, 21. Okay. So now we go back to the hunting log. Lower. So God's grip in Lower Lenosha. Okay. We have 4 more levels to go, and then we will be able to queue up for some dungeons. All right, I am looking for right here. Fates. Fates is another good way to level. Ooh, can I do this in the next 2 minutes? I think I should be able to. Okay, perfect. That's a good chunk of XP, actually. I am lagging just a tiny bit. Bloodbath. I think I know what that does. Yes, okay. I didn't mean to activate it, but I do know what it does. Alright, let's take a look. And do I have any more in Lower Lenosha? Yes. One more. Okay, level 13. We're making quick work of this. Do we have any more in Lower Lenosha while I'm here? No. So let's go to Western. Let's go to Western. And let's take a look here. Quarterstone and Quarterstone. Perfect. Not exactly chill music, but that's okay. That count for me too, I think. I do appreciate how flashy this class is so far. And I know I'm not very far, and I haven't even gotten to Ninja yet, but it's fun. I do enjoy this. Skull Valley. Let's take this whale. Where's Skull Valley? Let's take a look here. Skull Valley, Skull Valley. Okay, we got 4 things that we can kill here. Okay, level 14. We have 1 more level to go. Ooh, I wonder what that trait does. Trait. Reduces damage taken when falling. Okay. I don't see whenever I'm going to need to use that, but that's fine. As soon as I hit level 15, I will be queuing up for the next dungeon. Or for the first dungeon, I should say. And then I will probably continue doing the hunting log, but then we'll definitely continue doing the job quest. Okay. I think there's more that I can kill here, right? Yes. Not here. Uh-oh. I'm not sure where the rest of them are, actually. Oh, here we go. Okay. It took us 2 hours to get to level 15, and that is perfectly fine. But I can't... Oh, I have to be level 16 to queue for that. All right. A 5-minute wait time is not bad. I need like a teleporting ability. Let me just make sure I got all of them done here. Upper and upper. Okay. Nope, that was the wrong one. Let's try that again. Ah, Theo, just the cove I was hoping to see. We've some nasty trouble brewing. The client is on his way, so sit tight and pay attention. Colin Underfoot and the Stray is on this as well. It'll be right little rogue family reunion. All right. Jackie, the client's arrived. Our guests here come from Maelstrom Command with confidential orders direct from the Admiral herself, so you know this won't be a simple job. I'm afraid your guildmaster speaks truly. 'Twas several days ago when an emaciated man stumbled into our camp seeking aid. Again, I apologize for my reading skills. Upon questioning this poor fellow, we discovered that he had narrowly escaped a life of slavery. He claimed that pirates had raided his village, abducting him and many others to sell on a black market auction block. We dispatched a patrol to confirm the tale and found the village almost completely destroyed. It was a meager settlement without so much as a guardhouse. Thus did its unkind fate escape our notice until now. You'd think these pirates never even heard of the code. Pillaging honest coals and dipping their wicks in the slave trade, they're headed the right way for a good stabbing. Aye, though it ain't set down in so many wides, the code's notoriously unforgiving against those as raise weapons against the weak. After all, the first pirates in these parts were culls, what with fleeing oppression in the notorious seas. Ignore ye history, and ye risk becoming what was ye hated. So, you've marked for us then? That we do. From the descriptions given to us by the escaped villager, we've determined that these lawbreakers are members of the Jolly Merchants. pirate crew in possession of an official pirateering license. It would appear, however, that privateering has been naught but a scene behind which to hide their illicit activities. One can only imagine how many other Limsonian citizens have fallen prey to these wicked slavers. And we've let it happen right under our very noses. Naturally, the Admiral desires a swift resolution to this ignominy, but merely tracking down those poor souls who have already been sold is proving heavily taxing to the allocated resources. We could throw more soldiers at the problem. That runs a risk of drawing the small folks' attention and enticing undue panic. Thus do we come to the Rogues Guild for help. We ask that you eliminate the Jolly Merchants and liberate the villagers presently in their custody, and that you do so with the utmost discretion. Consider it done. When those nasty coves feel our short blades pricking into their backs, they'll enjoy but a brief moment of regret before the code is rightly enforced. Alright, let's get to work. I'll be going after the Jolly Merchants themselves. Underfoot, that could be, you two lend your skills to the Maelstrom's investigation and see what you can whittle about the coals what have already been sold. Theo, you're coming with me. I think you're ready for the next step of your education. All right. Shall we get after these slaving cutthroats then? Our client tells me that the Jolly Merchantmen set sail from Aleport a few bells ago. Oh, aye. They must have even board an imperial ship or two, and that's some mummery they're putting on to amuse the Admiral's swats. I reckon the rest of the crew be back on land, looking to snap the shackles on a fresh herd of cattle. And just to prove me theory right, one of them jolly bastards got himself spotting creeping round the ruffians in Lower Lenosha. There's a Benny Cove over at the Moor Bay dry docks by the name of O'Swarstnit. Will likely know the full story. He's more of a shipwreck than a rogue these days, but he keeps his gaze as keen for the guild. Head over and have yourself a prattle, and I'll join you soon like. Alright, so we have to go to, what do you say, Moor Bay docks. I know what you are. What can old Warren do for you? Hunting down Jolly Merchant slavers. Well, that explains a few. I was keeping an eye on the bustle down about the dry docks, you see, when I spied an old trio off in the distance. This rough-looking sod, one of your pirates, I'd wager, was prodding along another bloke, and this poor skinny lass. I've seen whipped curs less miserable than the two being herded. Last I saw, they were headed south. If what you're saying about this slavery business is true, then the Jolly Merchant's not going to walk his charges all the way to the market. No, he likely has a boat waiting for him. If I were a slaver headed south, my vessel would be hidden somewhere along the Salt Strand. That doesn't leave you much time. You said Jackie was on his way, yes? You better go on ahead and I'll point him in the right direction when he gets here. Alright. It's over to the Salt Strand. Can we just take a moment? I know this is just like a little spot, but like... Don't pay attention to me hanging here. But look at how beautiful this game is, man. And I thought I heard or read somewhere that they were going to do more graphical updates. This game's already so pretty. Swarms came through for us, eh? Now, what do we got here? This one looks a charmer. Saw the move, I told you. My peg-leg grandma obbles quicker than your miserable sexo shite. Or maybe you need another thrashing, is it? Y'all already forgot what happens when you try my generous patience. I'm sorry, but please, no more beatings. We walked as fast as we could, but we need food, water. Then you get in the boat and shut your traps. You'll get fed when we reach the other side. The other side? Where are you taking us? Are you challenging me or just plain daft? I told you to keep your bleeding mouth shut. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Leviathan's scaly arse. She's weeping again. Listen, we headed to Aleport, alright? That's where me and me shipmates gather to take stock to the merchants and decided what gets sold where. You see, some buyers want only lads, while others is looking for lassies. As soon as we can keep these rich people happy, we make more coin than we ever did scrapping with the Empire's war galleys. Now that you care about that, I suppose, what matter to you is that they'll be loaded into the Jolly Merchantman, sailed off to God's nowhere, and Limsa's be your distinct memory. So if I were you, I'd fill that empty belly with one big gobbleful of sweet Lalosian sea breeze. I'm sore tempted to put a blade twixt his eye here and now, but that won't get the job done. So we'll let him guide us to the mates in Airport, and we'll mill the whole bloody lot of them. Jolly Merchants got their due. Don't worry about that. They're gone. We best hurry to Airport, unless you've quicker way. There's a ferry that leaves the Candle Keep Quarry. I'll meet you across the water. I do have a quick way to go to Airport. Just teleport. Come here. My cat wants some loves. Come here. We are still in queue for our first dungeon too. Come here. All right, my cat wants some attention. See how long she stays in my lap. She's not much of a lap kitty. Oh. And we got our first dungeon of the night. I don't really have good food. Okay. Actually, I kind of don't want you on my lap anymore. You may go. All right, let's grab the bloody memo. So we have on this group of misfits, we have an Arcanist, we have a White Mage, and I believe that's a Marauder already. Or no, a Warrior, sorry. My phone keeps on charging and stuff, but I don't know why. I hope this tank is confident enough to do a big pull. I'm not doing enough damage to these clams. I think clearing the clams out is a necessity thing. I'm not actually entirely sure if that's true or not. Okay, well that is like... No, I put in the thing what it was. I don't know why he chose the wrong one. Not that it really matters, I guess, but... It's starting to lag a little bit. That's okay. And you can tell I'm lagging a little bit because the teammates stop and they go. It looks good though? Good. Alright, perfect. Might as well continue doing it. It's not like I'm playing a game that requires me to like FPS, you know what I mean? If I played an FPS game and I lagged like this, it would be a completely different story. How much better is? Yeah, I'll see if I can roll for that too. I think once I get to Ninja, I start unlocking a few AoE abilities. Because, unfortunately for us, we have both single target specialties right now. Okay, let's not forget to pick up his key. It's kind of fun watching him lag in midair. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of funny looking. I'm probably laggy looking for them too, so it's okay. Alright, good leveling, good leveling. Okay, I got the gloves from earlier. Sweet. It just dawned on me that the Lalafell on the party, his name is Short Rib. So in case anyone doesn't understand the mechanic to this boss, because of course every boss in this game does have a mechanic to it, the unnatural ripples, so one there, one there, one there, and one there, like right there you can see some bubbles or some water spurting up. You're supposed to go over there and interact with it to stop, so that way an enemy doesn't appear. No one ever does that anymore. You just kill the boss too quickly. It doesn't matter. Oh, I didn't get to do it. Dang. Well, not bad. We level it up like 3 times. Ooh, rogue arms? I'll stay for those. Perfect. All right, so let's make my character look good again. And now we can actually queue up for the leveling roulette, which is going to give us a massive boost in XP. Delivers an attack potencies of 300 when focusing on the target's rear. Okay. Oh, okay. It's 300 normally, but it's 400 at the target's rear. Okay. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us out of the queue because I realized one of the abilities I'm going to get is a throwing dagger, and that's going to be amazing. All right. Theo, that Jolly Merchant Cove still has its captive. Seems like they've taken a room under an alias. Hiding their operation in plain sight. Bold as brass, eh? But it's old slaver's trick. See, even if some coal recognizes the merchandise, only a single handler gets boned. The rest of the cruise just whistles, all innocent-like, while their mate is marched off to cry crockles. And ye can bet they've threatened bloody murder for any prisoner who arises a hue and cry. Patience now, Colt. We'll just wait until we're sure of all these blackguards arrived. Meanwhile, you better sharpen your stabbers. We have a busy night ahead of us. Oh, good thing I canceled, because I wouldn't be able to go into the instant queued up anyways. Ready for the job, then? Once the Jolly Merchants are all here, we'll ambush the sods and set the captives free. Yes. That ought to be long enough. We just have to hope there aren't any stragglers. Listen closely now, Colt. The merchants, disguised as plain old adventurers, and have settled themselves in 3 separate rooms here in Aleport. How do we whittle which coves are the merchants? Easy. Take a look at the daddles and that bingo swing coal over yonder. He's wearing lavender gloves, the exact same type what that nasty sod at the Salt Strand had on. That's how you'll find each other in a crowd. Of course, it's all how I whittle where each of those people were staying. Just snilch the helpless gazes of the company they keep, and ye can be sure you'll found ye mark. So here's the job all laid out for ye. We hit all 3 common rooms, mill the merchants quick and dirty like, and get those captives their bleeding lives back. All right? Oi, the storeroom door's been forced open. Some thieving sod's been at the ale. Well, they can't have gotten far. Better get the lads and do a sweep of the port. Ugh. Was that Merchant's Cove gulping pilfered ale? You'd think they'll be doing their best not to draw attention to themselves, all things considered. Bloody oafs. And now we've got a swarm of yellow jackets buzzing about, looking for blood, and this spot is wandering around the dark mains. A feeling they'll axe first and ask questions later. It'd be best then if the patrols never even knew we were here. We'll slip as sneaky as we can into each of the common rooms and use them telltale lavender gloves to identify our marks. There are innocent coals in there as well, mine. So let's not try to stab any as don't deserve it, eh? I'm thinking we should head out one at a time to better avoid the yellow jackets. So I'll let you take the lead. After you, Theo. I thought we were only supposed to defeat the yellow jackets. Oh no, okay, yep, so none of these guys. Because they don't have the right gloves, so we'll leave these guys alone. Oh, wait. Hold on. Maybe I'm going about this all wrong? Oh, in here. Wait, what? Maybe it's through these doors down here? Wait, I'm actually kind of confused. Excuse me. Well, chat, I will admit that I am... Okay. So where are the other three then that I need to rescue? Okay. Halfway there. Oh, wait. There's another one. Oh. Captain came to me. Looks like the last of them, and you didn't even need my help. Back into the shadows, lad. Oh. Oh, they keep coming. Oh, no. Stop coming in here, please. Not a bad night's work, eh, Theo? The Maelstrom will be taking care of them pull coals were freed, and I've made sure none of merchants were downed or like to get up again. And for the Jolly Merchantman, well, her crew can expect a visit from the Admiral's finest galleys, and it won't be for tea and crumpets on the poop deck. Right, me lad, natty lad. Our part is in this is done. Time to head back to the sisters. Excuse me, are you the ones who freed us? Aye. Was there something else we could do for you, miss? The Maelstrom squads take you home, if that's what you're worried about. Oh, no, I know. I just wanted to thank you. If I may, there was one other thing I wish to tell you. Moments before you rescued me, the dreadful pirate was muttering into his cups. 'Twas something about another raiding party that hadn't yet made it back. I beg your pardon? It seems they've been hunting for slaves in western Lenosha, and being so close to Aleport, our captor assumed they were out rounding up cattle until last bell. I just couldn't bear the thought of anyone else suffering as I have. Please, if there's not you can do? There certainly is, miss. You just get yourself safely home and leave this stray pack o' jackals to us. I will pray for your success. Thank you. So much for savoring a victory pint. I'll send word of this development to Underfoot and the Stray. We've some well-earned trade for the last of these jolly merchants. By the by, how's your throwing arm, Theo? I think it's time I learned ye how to fling a proper blade. When you're out in the wide open roughmans, yet often find the need to sting a cove from a distance. And I'm just a canny lad like myself, figuring all sorts of uses for well-thrown daggers. Just keep in mind for when we hunt down the rest of them slavers. Perfect. That's what I needed. So now we're going to queue up for the daily roulette. We got 11 minutes, so we'll continue on with this. Increases the target's damage taken by 5% for 20 seconds. Okay. Those last few Jolly Merchant bastards must be camped out somewhere in the western Lenosha. Now, if I were a black-blooded, gold-grubbing slaver, where would I be hiding? They're not to the west, but the Shahagan pools. Even those bollocks for brain pirates better know better than to trespass the fishback territory. And they won't want to chance running into patrols near airport and just leave us east. The flock? They'll likely be nestled down in the ruins out there amongst the dodos. That's where we'll try to pick up their trail. You head on over and snilch the place while I send word to the sisters in the Maelstrom. Okay. in chat, just to kind of tell you guys what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this rogue quest. We're gonna do our daily roulette, and then I might end it there for the night. Be a good place to stop. I didn't mean to attract all these. No. And we will continue doing rogue on stream only. I will not be doing rogue off stream at all. And of course I had to unqueue. Thank you for freeing us. We've been tied up here since those awful pirates snatched us from our beds. Those are some interesting looking dodos that you've got there, Leo. Leo? Who's Leo? Theo. No sign of the merchants though, eh? Their leader mentioned heading over to Aleport. He said something about there being no signal, and that was a signal that something was wrong. They left us hobbled here like lambs for the market. One of them japed about keeping the meat unsullied in case there was any trouble. Pray let us flee this place before they return. And who are you to just settle in a loose and set loose our won prizes? Oh, the way that people speak. 'Twas the damnedest thing. We've half a crew lodging in Aleport, not a one of them survived the night. Done in by a couple of sneaky curls, what favored the short blades, they say. I'm supposing that was you two. Seems ya done you've a bone to pick with our choice of trade. I just can't say I've much use for slavers, except as a place to bury my knives. Oh, and I wouldn't bother yourselves with waiting on your ship to come back neither. The jolly merchants are done for. You might have the right of it, lad. But then you wouldn't know the kind of coin 3 earthly slaves like them ones bring us. I've had a new ship and a new crew before a single moon has passed. You hear that, cattle? You're each worth a shining bloody fortune, and you've me to thank for helping you learn your truth worth. Ignore the bleeding sot. In fact, why don't you step back a ways? These coves are about to learn the consequences of breaking your code, and the discussion is like to get messy. Did ye not think we'll come for ye? Ye can try to stifle your victim screams in the dark ones, but the shadows are always listening. This guy looks like a white mage. What in the world? What in the world? Why are we fighting a bunch of dodos? Wait, why are we fighting dodos? Underfoot is here to get underfoot. Well, that's good. Or at least I would if any bugger was left scampering. Why were we fighting the dodos? The dodos were on their sides? Thank you. I started to think what horrid fate awaited us had you not helped us to escape. I knew someone would come. You're like the heroes in the stories. They've always arrived at the perfect time and triumph over the villains. Do you think I could be a hero like you? I know I could be brave and strong too. I just know it. Yeah, you don't want to be like me, lad. Listen now. Me and those coves there, we're the ones what the scary folks are afraid of. And that's because we keep the rules in the world they live in. We don't much care if you shirk your chores or get into fights, but if you ever break the code and betray your mates, then that's when we'll come after ye, no matter how far ye run or how well ye hide. Live your life like the hero you want to be, though, and you'll never need worry about that. Man, I'm really liking the story to this stuff, man. This is some good stuff. You two can stubble and all. I assume you are the citizens who were abducted by the Jolly Merchants? I am Captain Milia of the Yellow Jackets. Maelstorm's command has entrusted me with conducting you to safety. It's all right, lads. These folks take care of you. Go on. You best not get left behind. My character looks like he belongs in Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood more than pirates. Was there aught else, Captain? Word on a new job? A job? For me? For you? How patently absurd. Well, I'd rather hire a sewer rat to mine my ladder. Was it during one of your jobs that you turned Airport into a slaughterhouse? What dark age is this that we must employ assassins to enforce the law? It is this continued alliance with underworld miscreants, such as you, that prevents Limsa Limnosa from ever fully expunging the stain of piratical infection. Look at these weapons you bear. A civilized person using implements to carve meat or peel fruit, and leaves them on tables where they belong. Do you perhaps clench them twixt your teeth as you swing over rails like the pirates you hunt? Our fair city has no place for those who refuse to abandon the brutish ways of the past. The only champions of justice this nation requires are the valiant and forthright soldiers of the Yellow Jackets. Jackie, what the bloody hells does this Cole want with us? This might be my favorite character. I've not the foggiest idea, love. Just smile and nod. I've not come here to be patronized. I've come to put a decisive end to the piracy in all its forms. Consider this visit a gauntlet thrown at the collective feet of the Rogues Guild. Heed well my words. Just before dawn this very morn, a maelstrom vessel stocked with provisions was boarded and looted by pirates. Much of the cargo was stolen, and that is vexing indeed, but it is the theft of 3 items in particular, 3 unique treasures of nigh incalculable worth, that most distresses my marshaled colleagues. As for the brigands, they made well their escape, disappearing into the dawn's mist along with their precious plunder. A rum tale, what does it do with us? I challenge you. A contest to reclaim these stolen treasures. Should my yellow jackets and I succeed in retrieving the greater share, I shall formally propose the abolition of the Rogues Guild. Upon review of our achievements, the Admiral will surely concede that your unscrupulous institutions have outlived its usefulness. Blow it out, yo battle. I've better ways to spend me time. Oh, do you now? The innocent constitutes a theft against the nation of Limnosa. Does not violate your beloved code? If I'm not mistaken, you've no choice but to rise to the occasion. Unless, of course, you mean to slink back into your hole and abandon the fundamental precepts of your duty. All right. You're screeching shrew. You've made your bloody point, and you'll be sorry you did, I promise you that. Your paltry promises amount to naught to the face of my conviction. I shall not rest until Limnosa is free of every last buccaneer, scoundrel, and shadow-dwelling ne'er-do-well. What now, Jackie? For right now, we head back to the sisters. I believe we can probably queue up again, because it's going to take us some time to find that. So we're basically being like blackmailed, it seems like, from the Yellow Jackets. For a wee lass, that Milia got some bollocks, and it seems she's well done with what whiffs o' pirate stock. Humph. I don't take kindly to Cole's pulling me strings, but the shrew is right. The code's been broken, and we've a job to do. For the sounds of it, though, some cubs knew what they were about when they cloyed them treasures. I need ye at your best. It's time you've learned the art of mugging. Rough up a Cole in just the right way, and he'll give up more than what ye get if you just plain knock him out on his arse. Me and the lads be busy whittling the story of them button babblers, so you're free to head out and sharpen your skills. Might even be as ye pockets some extra blunt while you're at it. Okay. Plus 24. And we got a new ability. Okay, let's take a look at the new ability real quick. So we got Mug. So Mug makes it so that way they take more damage but it's got 120 seconds. It's got a 2-minute cooldown on it. Trick Attack has a minute cooldown on it. Huh. I mean, we'll keep it on the hotbar for now. Just a reminder that when we get to level 30 and we unlock the ninja class, our hotbar is going to be reset anyway. So I don't want to get too comfortable with the hotbar because we're going to have to readjust it anyways. We got 6 minutes before we go. Well, we have a 6-minute average wait time. We've been waiting for half of that. So let's kind of talk about this week here for a second while we kind of do our thing and we kind of just wait. Whoops. Can I not get on top of this table? Stop. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about this week for a second here. So we'll probably end up going live again on Thursday. I'm kind of like, I've been debating all night if we want to go live again tomorrow night just for fun. We will... Why did I stop dancing? I thought I was supposed to continue dancing. We will probably... Maybe, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. We'll probably continue on with leveling the rogue and get the rogue to the ninja subclass. And then next week, I will be on a vacation. So we are not going to be streaming any at all next week. And then we will be back the following week. So we'll be live on Sunday. I think that is the 10th. And probably by that point, we'll continue on with the MSQ for Shadowbringers. There's a few things that I got to try to do for Shadowbringers first. And then we will jump into more Shadowbringers and see what progress we can make with that. Obviously, we won't be playing through Shadowbringers as a ninja, but I will be playing Shadowbringers as my Pictomancer. So we'll probably be jumping into that on the 10th. So we're not quite done yet, Boomer. I'm actually I'm sitting in queue. I'm just talking about how the week's gonna go. We're gonna do the daily roulette and then we're gonna call it a night. I'm looking for a particular... That was fast. All right, awesome. Ooh, oh, Tamtara. Okay. Nope, you are perfectly fine. We're gonna finish this. This is gonna give me a big boost of XP. The Marauder looks like he's going for it. Perfect. Oh, this is good. This is a good crew already. Oh, we don't need to come in here, but if you want to grab everything, we certainly can. So, the other DPS is actually a ninja. Wait, he can... Oh. Do I have to be a ninja to do a front flip? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I used that ability way too early. Alright, well, level 20 now. I don't want those. Uh-oh. So the last dungeon we did when we did Sadasha was also 2 single target specialists, and then I'm doing another dungeon of 2 single target specialists. So it takes us a little longer to get through these. Oh, I saw what the ninja did. That was smart. So for those of you who didn't see what the ninja did, the ninja went invisible right before the battle started. So that way he could probably use the one trick attack ability where he can inflict a backstab. Kind of need him to take the one that I grabbed. Man, I would really like some kind of an AoE ability. Something. Almost finished. I'm going to save my mug ability for the final boss. Okay. We're waiting on Mr. Tink. Don't want to use my mug quite yet, even though we are, and that's the reason why right there. I want to try to limit break this time. Oh, I didn't get to do it. That's okay. We'll give it to... GG's. Hey, I got double player accommodations for that one. That's sweet. So that one took us from, I think we were level 19, and I'm now level 23. So guys, we're only 7 levels away from unlocking Ninja. Super, super exciting. I don't foresee myself ever using this ability, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So I think what we're going to do is we'll go live again on Thursday. We might go live tomorrow. I'm not sure, but no promises. And we're going to continue our rogue. And we're gonna get into Ninja. I really enjoyed just trying out this new job, and I think I'm gonna main this job story streaming. I'm not gonna play every single story on stream. A lot of them I'm gonna do off stream, but we will 100% do all of Ninja on stream. So with that being said, guys, I think this is gonna bid us farewell until next time. So have a good night. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all on Thursday. Peace out, friends.